This week we are going to be reading Nicky and the Rainy Day. This is a really fun story, and you guys are really going to enjoy reading it this week. This type of book is a fantasy. A fantasy is a made-up story where things that happen in the story could never really happen. Oh, let me hold it up there. It's just things that could never really happen in real life. So, before we start our fantasy book, I want to go over a few vocabulary words that we're going to need to know in order to understand our story a little bit better. So the first word is blizzard. A blizzard is a great big snowstorm with lots of wind. Boring. How many of you guys have ever said, "Oh, that's so boring"? That word means dull or uninteresting. Not very fun. Okay. The next word is cliffs. High, steep bases of rock. Impossible. Impossible means that something's not able to happen. Okay, it's impossible. The next word is jungle. It's a wet place with many trees and plants, kind of like a rainforest. And the last word you need to know today is meadow. It's a land covered with tall, tall grass. So now that you know those words, we are going to get started with Nicky and the Rainy Day. So listen for those words that we just went over in the story. Okay. All right. It was a rainy day. Nicky and his brothers and sisters couldn't go out to play. "It's awful to be stuck inside all day," said Nicky. "It's so boring." Everyone agreed. Have you ever been stuck inside on a rainy day? What did you do? "Mother," said Nathan, "we're bored." "We don't like the rain," said Nora. "Yes," said Nellie, "we can't go outside." "There's nothing to do," said Ned. "Why don't you read a book or play cards while I fix lunch?" said Mother Rabbit. "I have a better idea," said Nicky. "We can go to the desert." To the desert? How are they going to go to the desert? The desert is sunny and bright with beautiful yellow sand, and it never rains there. "No, no," said Mother Rabbit. "That's impossible." "Why not?" asked Nathan. "It's a great idea." "But it's so hot in the desert," said Nora. "Yes," said Nellie. "And there's nothing to drink there." "And we could get lost," said Ned. "Okay," said Nicky. "Then we'll go to the mountains." The mountains are very big with beautiful blue cliffs. How many of you guys would like to go to the mountains? That looks pretty fun. "No, no," said Mother Rabbit. "That's impossible." "Why not?" asked Nathan. "It's a great idea." "But there are landslides in the mountains," said Nora. "Yes, and mountain lions too," said Nellie. "And we could get lost," said Ned. "Okay," said Nicky. "Then, we'll go to the jungle." The jungle is leafy and green and very beautiful. How many of you guys would like to go to the jungle? Look at all those animals. There's monkeys, and is that a parrot? And a monkey in a skirt. So silly. Do you think you'd ever see a monkey in a skirt like that if you went to the jungle? I don't think so either. No, no, said Mother Rabbit. That's impossible. Why not? Asked Nathan. It's a great idea. But there are lots of wild animals in the jungle, said Nora. Yes, and snakes too, said Nellie. And we could get lost, said Ned. Okay, said Nicky. Then, we'll go to the South Pole. What do you think the weather would be like in the South Pole? The South Pole has lots of beautiful white snow. What's that up there? Is that a walrus? And penguins. And oh my goodness, a dog sled team. Pretty cool. No, no, said Mother Rabbit. That's impossible. Why not? Asked Nathan. It's a great idea. But it's freezing cold at the South Pole, said Nora. Yes, and there are blizzards too, said Nellie. And we could get lost, said Ned. Okay, said Nicky. Then we'll go to outer space. Ooh. Have any of you guys been to outer space? Outer space is filled with beautiful red and orange planets. No, said Mother Rabbit. We're not going to outer space. We're going for a walk in the meadow. Look, the rain has stopped and the sun is coming out. Hooray! Cried all the little rabbits. Look how happy they are. Would you be happy if the rain stopped? They put on their raincoats and boots and headed outside. Isn't it nice to go for a walk after the rain? Asked Mother Rabbit. Oh, yes, agreed Nicky and his brothers and sisters as they all splashed in the puddles. It's fun. And beautiful too, said Mother Rabbit. Look up there. What do you think they're going to see? Wow, said Nathan. It's great. It's blue and green and yellow and orange and red, said Nora. With white clouds too, said Nellie. And it's right near our house so we won't get lost. What is it? Does anybody know? It's a rainbow, explained Mother Rabbit. You see them sometimes, right after it has rained. Then let's go to the rainbow, said Nicky. No, no, said Mother Rabbit. That's impossible. Maybe not, said Nicky. We could try. Have you guys ever tried to go to the end of the rainbow? And that's just what they did. The end.